Good morning. Welcome to episode demo 2. I am Jordan. So today, let's entertain ourselves. You know how there's like a quiz that highly engaged parents use, I won't say all parents, to find out what kind of parenting personality they are, like authoritative, helicopter, yada, yada. I had AI put together a quiz for us because why not use AI when we're talking about digital parenting? But first, what digital parent do you think you are? Even if you put a word to it, maybe like describe in example. Are you hands-on? Do you let him try it out first and decide whether it's like, oh, okay, he has questions? Or are you like, hey, you can only have this for 10 minutes, blah, blah. Like, I haven't been curious, but I'm curious about what kind of digital parent I am. I mean, it's just something that I randomly thought about. I was very lax about screen very early on. I was like, I just didn't care. And then working here, I'm like, maybe my 1-year-old shouldn't have an iPad, but like, why shouldn't he have one? Like, all of these things make sense. You think of it as like a toy, and he's also one. So what could he possibly get into on an iPad? Well, you find out very quickly that these kids can get into anything. I try and limit their exposure to things, but not from like an authoritative way. It's too much to actively engage with kids that are into dinosaurs, wizards, drawing, painting. I mean, there's so much for them to consume at every stage of life. And there's 2 of them. And it's like, I could be a little less hands-on and just let them figure it out and come to me and be like, hey, this is what I learned. But it's like, I don't want to do that. I have the time to engage with them. So exposing them to more things on a tablet, it's a lot to try and keep up with. He wants to read this book on this iPad. She doesn't want the iPad time. She wants I keep saying iPad. It's a tablet. So sorry for the product people. But yes, they have their own tablets. Both were gifted. I did not buy my kids' tablets, which is a whole nother thing, right? And then figuring out like what kind of hands-on parenting I want to do with this.
Right.
For a while, my youngest was only using her tablet for potty training. She knew that, I'm going to the potty, I get to play this. She potty trained very quickly, but I cannot attribute that to the tablet wholly because you have met my daughter. She is perfection in a bottle for herself, you know. She is leaps and bounds past where I was. Anywho's, so now, I mean, they don't ask for the tablet, which is nice, but we're also not constantly in environments where like they're in a 6-hour car ride or we're traveling that often. So when we are traveling, we've brought them, but we engage with them so much, then they want us to engage with them on their tablet unless we're playing a movie. And it's like, do I want them to watch a movie right now, or do I actually want them to read? Do I want them to play? So it's a balance. No, I think the biggest thing for me is really trying to not use the tablet as like the last resort, right? Like I want to get to a point where they are using it in a habit that is healthy of like, as we're supposed to use AI, right? Like we're not supposed to use AI to do our work. We're supposed to let it amplify and scale the work that we are already doing. So reading multiple books on their tablet, things like that, rather than saying, I don't want to deal with this anymore, take the iPad or the tablet, or I have to do some laundry, do something else, sit in front of the screen. You know, my niece brought up to me yesterday that there's on YouTube, Just Dance just has videos that like, obviously you can't like show that you're doing the dance because there's no Wii or anything connected to it. There's kids that just like to look at the screen and dance with it, whether it's connected or not. So I'm like, that could be a fun thing for them to do without making it like this big deal about, oh my gosh, it's too much screen time. I was like, no, that's connection. And we know that reading is better for everyone's mental health. So let's make sure that I'm pushing them towards that, but also let's push somebody to do some more research on all of this screen time. Like, does everybody need these blue light glasses? Because one day, if I'm miraculously healed and have beautiful eyesight, I'm still going to put something on my face because I need the blue light protection. It's too much. You got to stop putting that guilt on yourself. The last demo, we talked about not allowing mom guilt. Leave that in the physical parenting world. True. On the digital parenting side of things, there is no guilt, okay? Sometimes the tablet is needed. Sometimes you just want to take a nap in the closet. Not that it's me, but if someone wants to take a nap in their closet, shout out to all the moms that know what I'm talking about. And we did not get to the quiz, so maybe we'll do it on the next episode, but I had so much fun. All right. Well, to find out more tools, tips, resources, and just see really smart people doing really incredible work in the digital safety space, please join us at potty.org. Thank you all for listening. I'm Jordan. This podcast is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional advice, including medical, mental health, or legal guidance. The views expressed by hosts and or guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of the Family Online Safety Institute, otherwise known as FOSI. Guest contributions are based on personal experience and are not intended as professional guidance. Any mention of products, services, organizations, or tools is for discussion purposes only and does not constitute an endorsement by the Family Online Safety Institute